So there's a map of change, a map of stories that comes from a mythologist called Joseph Campbell. This is the hero's journey. So he talked about an archetypal pattern that you can see across cultures. You know, it's everything from Beowulf to the Matrix, you know, everything from the Bible to Star Wars. You'll see this pattern of a story which outlines how change tends to happen. So why is this relevant to yoga? Well, yoga is about change, right? It's a transformational process. The model is quite complex, and I won't go through all the stages. They're not all relevant to the yoga class experience. However, as a yoga teacher, I think the key one is about leaving home, going from the known to the unknown, and then back home. Yeah? And so what you do is you're safe and familiar. It's like Luke Skywalker on the farm. That's you in your office, in your daily life, you know, and then you go into this strange space of yoga. And I'll do another video on why the space does have to be different from the rest of life, but not too different. And you go into the unknown. It's that sense of, particularly if you're new to yoga, or if you're going deep into your practice of yoga, there's a sense of it being an adventure. Yeah, this is the hero's journey, the adventure of this. And you're in the land of the unknown. One of the stages is called the belly of the whale. Yeah, and you have some kind of conflict, or in the case of yoga, it might be a challenge, a transformation, a change that's going on. And that's in the abnormal world. So from the normal to the abnormal, the supernormal, the unusual. And that's what happens in the yoga class. We go to a place that has special, you know, walls and decorations, and we have a special thing we sit on, and we speak special words maybe. And there's good reasons for all those things. The part where yoga tends to not get it, so it doesn't complete the story, let's put it that way. So the return, that's the journey home with the gift, the boon it's sometimes called, an unusual word, is where we get something from the unknown world, we integrate it and we take it home, and we return home with new eyes, to steal a phrase, transformed, yeah? And this is the part that I think yoga doesn't do so well. It just sort of, in the same way meditation retreats, it says, okay, bye, that's been nice, have a nice time, go home. It doesn't help you integrate. So that's obviously what this channel is all about, is helping people take it off the mat to integrate into the rest of their life. For me, like, without that, what's the point? Why have you gone on the adventure? You know, you haven't completed it. It's also kind of dangerous. And I'm aware that the average yoga class ends and everyone's in Shavasana, deep in the belly of the whale. They're kind of wide open. And that's that. That's the end of it. And it's like, okay, bye, have a nice life. And you're like, what? You know, people wake up and they're kind of sleepy, and they haven't really taken it home. They've had a nice holiday. Yes, and that's, you know, perfectly valid as well. You're not always on an adventure. Sometimes you just need a break from life. But if you're looking at it as a transformational process, I think this is a really good model. Look it up, Joseph Campbell, Hero's Journey, The Hero with 1,000 Faces, I think was his book. It's a really, really good model for thinking about a yoga class and how we go from the known to the unknown, the scary and mysterious, and then taking back to the known. And that last bit's the critical part that's often missed. So yeah, look at the other videos on this channel for how to do that bit better. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. More importantly, however, get the newsletter. So the newsletter you do, is that right? In the box here? Okay. So why you would want the newsletter, so you hear about the best videos, so you actually ask me questions, you can reply to the newsletter, I'll reply. You can hear about events, teacher trainings, other things that are happening, and stay in touch more reliably. So newsletter there.